Hello there, and welcome. I feel very awkward. It's been a little while since I've recorded a video, and I forgot how it feels like to be fresh into making videos. I've been consuming a lot of material and thinking about how I want my videos to go and what kind of content I want to do them about. Something I've been working on a lot lately is my writer stuff. Doing like an Instagram challenge and thinking about making a masterclass and these kind of things, which has been making me think about the direction of my channel and what I want to do on my channel. And although I really would like to have writers on my channel and I really would like to share things about writing, I also want to do my other things as well, and I don't feel like I'm at a point where I can really separate those things. So what I would like is a group of people who are watching me because they like me, not because of the content I create, because you all know my content is not going to be consistently the same. When has it ever been consistently the same? I do want to do some silly videos. I do like those. I do want to do informative videos. I do like those. And I do want to do just discussion videos such as this one. And it's really hard when you make a video that you're really proud of and it gets like no views, and then you make one that you're like, I don't even know if I'm going to post this, then it gets 2,000 views and you're like, huh? Though, I mean, I do understand why some videos are more popular than others, but I don't fully understand it enough to take advantage of the system. But then my question becomes, should I take advantage of the system? And then I realized the whole point of why I like YouTube and what I want to gain from YouTube. And although I would like to make a career out of this, I would like to have the time to work on the things that I really want to work on without having to go to my 9-to-5 job. I want to use YouTube as the thing that it ultimately is, which is a giant mirror staring me back in the face. Don't know what I'm saying? Well, think about it this way. With YouTube, I am posting videos of myself talking about whatever. By doing so, I have to watch myself over again, I have to edit the videos, I have to cut out the places where I don't speak clearly, or where neighbors' dogs bark profusely for no reason. I have to think about what it is I can bring to the world and what I can do to make the world better, or at least the way that I want to make it better. And really, the only thing I would like to gain from YouTube are two things: independence and a creative outlet. I don't want to tie myself down to a singular subject. I don't want to just do it so that I make money. I want to do it as a way to see myself grow and be an inspiration for other people to see someone successfully grow and grow themselves. That's what I want. Those are the only two things that I want. I want to grow as a person using YouTube as a way to see who I am, see what content I'm creating, what content I'm capable of creating, push myself beyond my comfort zone and be a better person. And I want to do so also being an example for other people to see how they can too be successful, even though it doesn't look like, quote unquote, the ideal success. Because what people see as the ideal success is money and having great things and X, Y, and Z, having great clothes, having great friends, etc., etc. And I don't want to value my life based off these things. I don't think that I'm going to feel fulfilled searching for those things. Yes, those things would be pretty nice. I mean, honestly, our society is a pretty rough society to live in emotionally and socially. However, at the same time, we're in a very free and open society. I'm sorry, it's just the irony of sirens right when I say we're in a free society. So despite living in a society that is hard to find your way in, we also live in one where it's incredibly easy to do so at the same time. It just doesn't feel like that, because we have so many examples around us of people who are not successfully taking advantage of the world that we live in. And we also take for granted what we already have. And this is a natural thing that we're all going to do. We're all going to take for granted whatever we have. I take for granted how big my house is. I take for granted how I work from home. I take for granted the fact that I feel relaxed and comfortable in my job despite having moments where I don't feel that way. We take these things for granted because they're our situation, and for us they're not good enough. And with that mentality, when you have nothing that's good enough, you have no bar set for what is good enough, you're never going to know when you've reached good enough. You know? Sure, there are those few examples of people who set the bar high and accomplish that bar. But there are also people who, when they do that, they crash and burn. And I think it's interesting and important when you seek something like a job through YouTube. It's important to know who the big players are, who the most popular YouTubers are, what their process for becoming popular was, what kind of things they're dealing with now, how quickly they grew to fame, etc. You need to pay attention to these things. And there are some things that happen with people who grow too quickly, too much, and they get put on a pedestal. We've known that people who are celebrities get put on pedestals. I mean, look at football players, for example. If a football player cheats on his wife, or, let's use golf, or let's just use Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was a huge moral cesspool for a little while, and now almost nobody remembers it. It's like celebrities and people who are well known and well liked are going to be held to a higher moral standard than the rest of us. And if fame is something that you seek, if being known by lots of people is something that you seek, it is inevitable that you will be held to this higher moral standard than other people. Now, of course, we say that we hold all people to the same moral standard, but the backlash and the consequences for making these morally incorrect decisions are going to be higher. When they get pointed out, people will attack that. Because the more people there are, the easier it becomes to attack things like that. So, for example, let's look at psychological studies. There's lots of studies where they take a situation like a homeless person dying on the street, right? And if everybody's ignoring, nobody will be the person to go up into that person. You'll have a few people who might break that rule, but for the majority of the time, people will avoid this person dying in the street. Or say a girl is being kidnapped by another person, people will walk around and ignore it. However, when you have one person who approaches, you tend to get other people who follow suit, right? So, yeah, I'm talking about a psychological experiment. I'm talking about people going up to actors and checking and seeing if they're okay. Maybe they knew they were actors, maybe they didn't. But the same thing is happening to celebrities on a mass scale. It's either massively getting ignored or it's massively getting attacked. Whatever that behavior is that is socially unacceptable, it's going to either be massively ignored or massively attacked, because that's how humans are. We follow suit with other people. Now, there's always exceptions to any rule. You can't say anything is a guaranteed rule, but with this is what happens. And there's a recent debacle with James Charles and Tati, two makeup beauty gurus, right? They're YouTubers, they're famous, they have millions, like literally millions of people watch their videos every day. I might be one of them. Sue me. Anyway, there's some drama right now revolving around James Charles. I'm not going to talk about it, look it up. However, what I'm talking about is happening to him right now. It's massively being attacked. He lost 3 million subscribers within about a day. People have done the same thing to Logan Paul. When he did that whole suicide forest thing, he laughed at a dead person or whatever. I don't know exactly what happened, but He lost millions of subscribers, so he's also, I'm sure, getting threats against him for the behavior that he's done. He's also being publicly smeared by tabloids, by other people, by other YouTubers. It's happening. And this is the consequence of doing something that's morally unacceptable and it being brought to light. Because as you become more successful on YouTube, this is going to happen. Look at PewDiePie. He is the biggest YouTuber I think that's out there. He has 95 million subscribers. He has had lots of smear campaigns. He has had to apologize for a lot of behavior. His behavior has been amplified and people have attacked him and people have stood up for him, and this is a consequence of being well known. And why am I saying all this? Because I want to be successful at YouTube, but I also know that this is a possibility. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. I don't want that to happen, but I also understand it to be an inevitability. You can't ignore inevitabilities. Honestly, that's something that's gotten me burned a lot of times. I've gotten burned because I thought, sure, this happens all the time, but I might be the exception. And yeah, still a part of me hopes for that. But another part of me needs to accept the reality, and the reality is, it's likely going to happen if I get what I want. My point is, follow me, join me on my journey if you enjoy who I am. I'm going to post videos you don't like. I'm going to post videos that you love. There's going to be a whole spectrum of videos. I implore you to leave feedback. I want to make myself a better person, and I want to make my content more enjoyable. And I want to make this a fun experience for all of us. YouTube is a mirror that is showing me more of what I want and more of what I don't want. If you're already watching me, then thank you so much for your support. And I know there's a lot of you who watch all my videos and comment on all my videos, and that really, it just means so much to me. And for those of you who might be new or watching me for the first time through this video, thanks for sticking through my rant and rambles. There'll be more, I assure you. But if you like me and you want to join me on this journey, go ahead and click like and subscribe if you want. You can be a lurker. I've been a lurker to many YouTube channels. I know what it's like. I'm not going to convince you that you need to subscribe, but it would be cool. Overall, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful, amazing, fantastic day. Bye.